everybody's here. So.
You ready? We're on. Okay. Welcome, everyone. This is a resuming from meeting yesterday, so we do not do the pledge. It's a continuation. First thing on the agenda is the Town of Eleanor 22 budget adoption. So you step up to the mic and
Good morning.
good morning.
Good morning.
I'm needing you guys to look at our budget due to I have 2 volunteer firefighters on our council, and they can't vote on the budget. So I'd like for you guys to look over it. I think you already have it, and having questions, happy to answer them.
It was an email that was sent out.
Oh, email.
Uh-huh. And we had,
I have a copy if anybody needs to see it.
I have 2 ready for you.
Do I need to read it? Okay. Basically, in a nutshell, I'll read a resolution because with 2 volunteer firefighters, they can't vote. So the County Council Ordinance 2021, an ordinance adopting the 2022 budget in the Town of Eleanor, Daviess County, Indiana. Whereas the Town Council of the Town of Eleanor, Daviess County, Indiana is comprised of a majority of volunteer firefighters. And whereas Indiana Code 36-1-23-2 states that the volunteer firefighters must abstain from voting on the town's budget, and whereas the Daviess County Council, as the fiscal body of Daviess County, Indiana, held a public hearing and proposed the budget of the Town of Eleanor, Daviess County, Indiana, on September 30th, 2021. Therefore, be it ordained by the County Council of Daviess County, Indiana, that the budget of the Town of Eleanor, Daviess County, Indiana, is hereby adopted as submitted. The ordinance is duly adopted by the members of the Daviess County Council on the 30th day of September 2021. And all of us will sign either A or nay, and
Please be a.
any,
I'll make a motion to approve the budget.
Matt makes a motion to approve the Town of Eleanor's budget. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mike Myers. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign? Very good. That's one reason we need to get you first. You have to sit through.
Tony, she'll need those signatures on that. There's 2 copies, and we'll need signatures for us and for them.
Okay.
So if you can go ahead and pass that down and have it signed, so she can,
Okay.
because she'll have to upload that, just like we do.
Gotcha. Thanks.
Thank you.
Two? Yes. And this is better in Excel. Leave it where it is. We'll just leave it. We're really not gonna go through it. We're just gonna go through that. Thank you. Next up, we have the minutes of the September 8th, 2021 council meetings. If you had a chance to look through those. If no additions or corrections.
I move to approve.
Moved to approve by, was it Mike?
Mhm.
Yep. Second by Tom. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We'll sign that when the meeting's over. Next up, we have a sheet showing mileage rate. That's for informational purposes only.
Tony, you'll have to set the mileage rate for the county for the 2022 budget. So this sheet is the state printout, and then we checked on the federal. The federal level's raised to 56 cents a mile. So we just ask that you tell us what that adoption is so we can get those forms ready for the first of the year.
Great to have a motion for that.
Yes, sir. And a determination of what the
Rate is.
reimbursement rate is.
Patty, what'd you say the state rate is?
The federal rate is 56. The state is a sliding scale. They base it off the average fuel cost. My recommendation is that we do not set that where we do a sliding scale. That's
Mass
chip on
confusion.
our office to audit that constantly. So if you, I don't know if you have that in front of you. You should have a copy, looks like this.
Yep.
So current gas prices, from the 306 to 331 is 41 cents per mile. And then, of course, it goes up and down according to the scale.
Yeah, I don't think we wanna mess with the sliding scale. That doesn't sound like a lot of fun.
We would appreciate that.
I think the employees would too, because they would have to figure out all the time what they're gonna get. We've always used a set flat rate.
And you
Well-
can always revisit it if, you know, gas prices do fluctuate either up or down. We would like for it to see down, but you can always go back in and modify that and change that.
Approve the 39 cents is what you're requesting?
Well, no,
50.
with gas prices being current, I didn't see
Federal
what it was this morning.
56.
What was it?
The federal, you
56
said was
cents.
56. What's our current rate?
Our current rate now for the county is 38. We generally go close to the state. That would put it, you know, 41 cents currently with the gas prices as of
I
today.
have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, we need a rate.
Yes, sir.
Fed's 56 on the sliding scale. Today, the state would be
41 cents.
41 cents with gas prices today.
I'll make a motion for 42 cents. That way we have a little bit play
Yeah,
because of,
that takes it up to 3.57 a gallon.
I would second that.
First by Matt, second by Mike. All in favor, aye? Aye. All opposed, same sign. We're gonna go with 42 cents a mile unless gas goes incredibly in one direction or the other.
And we can reevaluate that.
And at that time, we can reevaluate. Information, before we get an adoption hearing, we have someone who would like to speak for a second. Brian?
Might take a couple of seconds, but not too much more than that. Just put me on the
I got
clock.
somebody that needs to leave in 30 minutes.
Okay, he does, yeah.
We need to do some adopting
He
before
does,
then.
he does. So, anyway, hey, thank you all for being nimble and working with us this morning. We're into October where there's conferences and fall break and vacations and whatnot, so we're having to move around a few things. But I'm here in front of you to briefly discuss the HELP program, which is the Hoosier Enduring Legacy program. Basically, this is an initiative through the Indiana Office of Community and Rural Affairs, OCRA, and they have made the transition from the Stellar Communities program. I'm sure all of you are familiar in some way, shape, or form with Stellar. They're making the transition from Stellar Communities into HELP now. And HELP is basically designed to take some of the more successful components of Stellar, which is renowned across the nation as a very successful program here in Indiana. Take some of the successful components from Stellar and combine them with what communities like Daviess County that we're already doing to plan for our ARPA funds and how those are to be utilized to promote, economic and community development and to help communities come out stronger from the pandemic, right? So it's marrying these two ideas into this new program. OCRA in November is going to be designating 12 communities in 3 different cohorts to go through this year-long process. Essentially what they're requiring and what I'm here in front of you today to request is because in working with some of the stellar communities, they've realized that some of the more successful programs have been those where there's been a single point of contact, a community development director, a community coordinator, whoever it might be, that it's their full-time job to drive this process. So the Office of Community and Rural Affairs is actually requiring, if you're going to participate in HELP, that you hire a community coordinator to drive this process. So for the first year, they will be giving communities that are designated as a HELP community up to $20,000 to help offset the cost of that new employee for that first year. But they're requiring as part of the application, which is due tomorrow, that communities require that they provide proof that they are going to be providing the match for the remainder of that position. So Patty has been great to work with. Tony Duncan has been great to work with on the ARPA committee. I know Matt was involved when we actually invited Denny Spinner, the new executive director of OKRA, to come down here to Daviess County. We partnered with the Southern Indiana Development Commission. We hosted him in our office. I know Matt joined us virtually on that. So it's a really exciting program. It's a great opportunity. And at the end of it, communities that are designated as HELP communities have the ability to receive up to $1 million in one-to-one match funding for projects identified through their strategic investment plan that will be created through this process. So we've been working closely with SIDC, Purdue Extension, and others to move the application forward. This is something that we actually had on the commissioner's agenda for tomorrow, but a few things came up and we had to be nimble and move. So anyway, thank you for your flexibility. Are there any questions or comments about the program or the resolution?
Yes. We do not hire the person unless we receive the grant.
Correct. Correct.
That needs to be stated, because
Yeah.
if we don't receive $1 million, we don't have to spend.
money, yeah.
Sure. That's exactly right.
Which, not saying that falls in a no-brainer category, but
Yeah.
Yes.
yep.
Yeah, no, that's a great point, Tony. So what you're doing today is you're saying, we do have the funds. If we are designated as a HELP community, we will fund that position, right? And then, but yes, if we're not, right, if we're not one of the 12 communities that's chosen, there's no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
No, and I have been involved, and I think we need to move forward with this,
Yeah.
so I would make a motion to approve this.
Yep.
I'll second it.
Motion by Matt, second by Tom. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. I'll sign this, give it to Patty. She'll get it to you
Okay.
sometime today, or I'll run it over to you.
That's great. No, thank you all so very much. I really appreciate it. Thanks. Take care.
Which one we sign it, we done? Hang on.
All right. That works. That works.
What's today, 30th?
All day.
October.
You guys never know what I'm going to throw at you. So
We're ready for it.
there we go. Perfect. Perfect.
Where's my agenda? So basically, we already jumped into this, right?
Oh, that was my agenda.
Oh, I've got one here someplace on the sheet.
It's under here. Oh, you use that one.
There it is.
Okay.
Basically,
Yeah, give me the top one there. Yes. There you
go through each line item. This is what we requested, this is what we're granting, the difference. I can run through it quickly. Okay. On the several items of the budget, we'll go through it quickly rather than just do a total. There's several things to keep in mind. For example, you know, the West Boggs budget went up. That's not our money. If you look at some of the things such as county highway, based on the gas tax, it was a larger number than before. So even though some of their items got cut in their budget, that the bulk of their increase was an increase in gas tax from the state. So there's things in here that can be a little deceiving. But quickly, we'll run through them quickly and adopt them all at one. The original request on the budget was $515,948. After yesterday's hearing, we have granted $35,306,233. In other words, from the request to what was granted, we cut $2,209,715. Also, that we were able to do a lot of the things that we needed to do in certain areas and departments. So I think, all in all, yesterday was extremely successful. We tightened up some things. We were not going to have a budget that was 10% higher than the year before. So basically, no, I don't think I'll read them all. I'll give Mike a copy of it. As I stated, went from 37.5 to 35.3, $2,209,715 less than the original request. Any corrections, additions, subtractions? We beat every line item of every budget several times yesterday and pretty hard, so I think,
I just want to say, before we adopt it, working with everyone here, I think everybody did a great job. It was one of the years I think everybody dug in. I was impressed with the amount of, communication we all had with each other, and it was just a very successful year. And with the auditor's office, thank you for all that you did to provide all that information so we could crunch the budget. And Tony, I mean, good leadership on this, so thank you very much.
appreciate that. You did kind of steal some of my thunder. I was going to wait till it was adopted to thank everybody, but yeah, everybody, particularly new members, worked hard. And
Sorry.
cannot say enough about the auditor's department, because in the last month, I've been over there 3 days a week, wearing them out, asking questions. So hats off to them. They're exceptional. So before we adopt it, with the 2.2 million in savings, questions, comments, corrections, additions?
I'd just like to thank the two of you in the auditor's office. I know you really have dug in, for being the first time in your positions, and really dug in and done a lot of work to go through this.
Appreciate that. Motion to adopt.
Motion to adopt budget as here with the 2,200,000 in savings.
Motion by Matt to adopt the budget with the $2,209,000 savings is the first. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Tom. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you. Motion carries. I don't really have anything else. I mean, everything else is informational purposes.
Finance,
Yeah, these are the forms that we have to upload to Gateway,
so we just sign those.
so we'll have to have signatures on. If there is something that, in our final, there needs to be a change, if we have to have something,
Very good. Before we officially close, anything from anybody up here? Anything else? Personally, thank everybody. I thought everybody did an exceptional job yesterday.
Good.
So I'm happy with reducing the budget.
Well, as the old timer sitting here today, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Okay, hang on that motion for 1 second.
Okay.
Anybody got anything?
Okay.
Very good. Motion adjourned by Mike, second by Marilyn. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you very much. We have